All right, greetings everybody. Welcome to another Wotv Weekly. And if you're wondering where the news is, well, guess what? It's a shared week. That's right, for both Global and JP, we are going to be getting basically the same content. And isn't that just exciting? Exciting, exciting. So happy. All right. Anyway, very rare occurrence for us to have Sora in the video and for Sora to be happy, although I think he's starting to back up. Oh, oh, oh. It's fine. This is totally more important than anything that we're going to talk about in this. The heating blanket, I think, was a little hot for him. He needs to go cool down. Anyway, yeah. From the global roadmap and basic JP stuff, we essentially know what's going to be happening. December 15th will be the next update for both versions, with JP and Global getting the same winter unit, as well as upgrades for the old winter. Master Quest 2, if anyone needs it, and certainly, but actually, you know what, we'll just say importantly. I was going off on a different tangent there, but I'm back. Limit burst upgrades for everybody. So will this be a huge thing? It could be if any of the old winter units were particularly good at using their limit bursts. The limit burst upgrades will be far more important to them than those who never actually do it. And it'll be interesting to see how much of an upgrade they need, considering that some of those units are year one units and would need a pretty substantial bonus to be remotely playable in a lot of different parties. That being said, with the Winter Xmas VC coming back, that is an important thing for JP, for people who might be looking for the Spear VC or any kind of, specific type of VC from the Winter ones. Those are more difficult to access for JP players, and that could be a little bit more important. Of course, the new VC will always be a consideration, but prediction time. We got to fill this video with something, right? So predictions this week. Well, first off, both Global and JP will expect the news on Wednesday. JP news has usually been dropping about 7:30 p.m. For the unit. So that is about an hour and a half from behind. Well, okay, that's I just realized that that's not going to help, but it's fairly late, and I would expect JP to get the news before Global does, as that seems to be the ethos for the worldwide version. As such, I expect it to be another 70 cost unit because that's the way seasonals have been for the last considerable amount of time. Just easy to pity, usually pretty cheap, and it would be nice getting a break from the 100 cost unit as well. So all of that basically just tells me that we're going to see another 70 cost. As for the element, I'm assuming that it's actually going to be light. I don't really have much justification for that other than it seems like we stick for certain types of elements with certain limited or seasonally stuff. So that's just going to be my cap. As with the VC will match. It'll be interesting to see if we get our first holo VC with an ability attached to it as well. Given that JP has essentially seen a quest and a PvP, then another PvP and quest, I would assume that this next winter VC will also, because it's going to be limited for JP players, will be another PvP one and potentially more important. As for weapon type, I don't know. I'm predicting light element. I'm going to say, I don't know. Let's go mage this time, just for funsies. And yeah, taking another look really quickly at just the schedule for Global. Another story in chapter could mean the Thunder Astrius, if I'm right, because Global doesn't have yet. Either that or it would be the Lilith's Brother chapter if I'm just completely off base. But either one of those should be the order of business for global. And if that's the case, that'll probably be your into January character, quality of life updates, removal of equipment proficiency, adjustment of equipment icons. Nothing really too terribly much interesting there to talk about, but nice improvement. JP has been having them for a little bit, and I can say that they definitely. As for the December 22nd update, unit released in December in the JP app basically translates to me that it is essentially going to be the new version of old. That's the only other unit that JP has released this month. And if this character comes out and then Thunder Asterisk comes, that would probably be decent balance between the two. And yeah, that's kind of just seems fairly low planned out. Major content, Trials of Reckoning, and so on and so forth. So, with all of that done, last but not least, just want to give a little bit of a shout out that I've heard that globalers are keyed up for the Muraga challenge. The Muraga challenge being essentially against the snake form, the giant monster form of Muraga. And hey, just gonna give myself a short little plug saying that strategy video has been up on my YouTube channel for a while. I'll put the link in the comments below, but also to give just a short little update about that. Some people might be wondering, hey, did JP ever figure out any other strategies or any other thing? And the truth is that nothing else really stuck besides the Quadra Bart's strategy, which was the most like readily available for people, as a lot of people already had 140 Barts. It was incredibly safe for the most part, short of just equipment setup issues or not having equipment. Once you got it going, there was almost no way to lose. So just getting through that was a big reason why Bart's was the popular strategy, and still kind of is, if the event was still going. As for the BB with Gunner possibility, that is a fully viable and good option for people. I covered that in the video as well. Basically, you just use VV to pin Muraga into an area where he can't move and basically can't attack, so long as you have long enough range units, which is basically just gunners, and you can just wail on him, with ads being the only problem. Would like to say again that if you are doing any of this challenge battle, one of the most important things is Trust Mastery Stones with stable resistance, because if character gets disabled, essentially things start falling apart, and it is good. So, be prepared. If it is going on global, then you probably still have a little bit of time to go through that. And if it's coming up on global, then you can definitely check out my video for it. I'll put the link in the comment below, or in the description below, just so it's easy to find. But yeah, JP this week and global will have a brand new winter unit to talk about, new winter to check out, and then we're just almost at the end of the year. Congratulations, everyone. As for anything else noteworthy for the month after winter unit has been announced, somewhere between, I would say, the 20th and the 22nd of the following week, probably pretty safe to expect a JP live stream, which will be announcing the next collaboration. Now, this isn't anything 100% set in stone, but we should know the date for that relatively. Keep your ears tuned to the channel. We'll have more updates, previews, and every little bit of content we can squeeze out this week. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.